Recently, it seems like anytime that I get onto my LinkedIn, there's always one or two people who have announced that they've been laid off and that they're looking for a new position. In 2022, it was reported that 93,000 people in America were laid off from their tech jobs. And then in 2023, it doubled at 191,000 people, and that being on average about 15 to 16,000 people a month being laid off from their tech jobs. And the trend has continued in 2024. So far, as of March 1st, there has already been 30,000 people who have been laid off from their tech jobs. Unfortunately, I was one of those people who was laid off in 2023. It has now been 9 months since I was laid off, and I still continue to look for a new job. So if you were laid off like me, I see you. I know what you're going through. When I was first laid off from my job, I was hopeful and super excited to see what my next adventure would be. I was super excited but also terrified of the idea of transitioning from a full-time job and doing freelance work. I have been lucky enough to get enough contract work in the last 9 months to help me be able to pay rent and all my other bills. And I'm super grateful and blessed for this. However, I personally struggle a lot with the instability of not knowing how much money I'm going to get from month to month and not knowing if I'm going to be able to pay my bills. So I continue to do freelance work as I get it, and I have continued to apply for jobs. I was super excited by the idea of being able to post more on YouTube and be more of a social presence to teach about accessibility and design. And while I had so much extra more time because I wasn't working so much, I didn't anticipate that it would be so difficult for me to be able to post consistently because it's just discouraging, disappointing. I wasn't sure what I should be posting and what I shouldn't be posting, and it just was not something that I felt like I could do at the time. I needed time to process what was going on in my life and try to figure out my next steps. Well, I still don't know what's going to happen in my future, whether I continue to get enough freelance work or I find a full-time job or something else entirely. I have really missed being able to connect with you guys and to share resources and my knowledge about accessibility and design. And so I'm really hoping that I can get the ball rolling and get content coming out more and more. I'd love to hear in the comments below if there's anything in particular you would love to hear about in my journey. I will be sharing more about my journey of trying to find a full-time job and doing contract work and everything like that. I am trying my absolute best to stay hopeful and realize that the right opportunities will show up when they're supposed to. But I'm not gonna lie, it's been very difficult, and I am just ready to settle in and figure out what I'm supposed to do and not have to worry from day to day what my next steps will be. Having a good mindset has been super imperative for me as I'm in this period of transition and trying to figure out my next steps. Lately, something that I repeat to myself over and over to stay in a good mindset is, well, you know what? This situation stinks, but I can do it. I can do this. I can make it through this. I can do whatever I need to get to where I need to be next. And every time I'm rejected or I don't get an opportunity, that is just putting me one step, hopefully, closer to finding the right opportunity or being in the right place at the right time and talking to the right people. I have found that you have to be super proactive and put yourself out there. Talk to people on LinkedIn, talk to people personally, and that way you can network. I have definitely found that networking is the number one way I've always been able to find a job, and being able to just connect with people and having an open mind about what maybe would be my next step, regardless of what I have in my mind as to what my next ideal job would be. Being able to explore all my options and seeing what is out there. Being unemployed and constantly looking for jobs can feel so isolating and lonely sometimes because you feel like you're the only one. So this is me letting you know that I'm here for you and I'm also in this situation and you're not alone and we can get through this together. I'm not even sure why I felt compelled to post this video, but I really have not been wanting to post videos and talk about things because it's been going so differently than how I envisioned or how I had hoped that it would go. And so I wasn't sure how to really approach that, feeling like I haven't done what I wanted to do. I now feel like I'm in a position to share the good and the bad of my situation and not just really sugarcoating or showing the highlights of what's going on. I wasn't intentionally doing that, but I have realized that I have found that I didn't really want to share the negative sides or the hard sides of being unemployed. I have had good situations, like I've been getting a good amount of freelance work and that's been going super well. I'm excited to share more about that with you on my channel. If you haven't yet, subscribe to my channel below. It's free and it really helps me out to be able to get the word out to more people, and it makes it so that you can see when I post future videos. Give this video a big thumbs up to show your love and support, and I hope that you all have a fantastic week, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!